All right, finally here. I've been waiting on this for a couple days now. My e-collar. E-collar training, man. First time I'm using the e-collar on Mellow Yellow. You know, she haven't had any e-collar, any prone collar. It's just straight treats and positive reinforcement rewards. You know, um, at the most I did what it was tell her no. A lot of dog trainers don't even like to tell the dogs no whenever they're doing their training. But one thing I will say, man, this e-collar, this is a rather cheap e-collar. Okay, you probably can get this collar for uh $30. It's about what I paid for it on Amazon. See, when it comes to the e-collar, one thing I realize is um, you can get different prices when it comes to e-collar, but I'm not actually using that much of the electric or the static unless my dogs get out of hand or I actually need to put the dog down because he's going to attack somebody unwanted, which rarely happens. But the thing is, a lot of people don't get is because they don't have these prongs, you know, touching the dog's skin. You got to have both of these prongs touching the dog's skin. And most e-collars, whether the expensive or the cheap ones, will give you little rubber things to put on the end, up or either little steel. It'll be little steel tips on it. But you have to make sure these are touching the dog's skin. And you don't want to put the collar on too tight, but you got to make sure you watch the collar to see, cause see sometimes we can put the collar on them and the dog move in another direction, move some kind of way, and now the collar's fitting on him loose. So the prongs aren't actually touching him until he get in certain directions. Maybe when he go to stretch out or something, the prongs will touch him, and then you can use it. See, that's why you got to have the collar on right. Make sure the prongs are always touching the skin. If you got a dog with long fur, then move the fur back a little bit and make sure the prongs can touch the skin, because that's where your connectivity is going to be at. And the thing about with me, I'm more or less a sound man. Because see, when you use these, you always have to use the sound first. It's always a beep, bzz, beep, bzz, beep, bzz process. You know what I'm saying? So as time go on, as weeks go on, now you beep, beep, bzz, beep, beep, bzz, less bzz and more beeps. By the end of 2 or 3 weeks, now we just straight beeps, no electric behind it or no vibration behind it. You know what I'm saying? So now the dog starts to associate the beep with the electric. So hopefully, if your dog's smart enough, every dog is different. Some dogs are more stubborn than others. If your dog's smart enough, he'll associate that beep sound with the electric and he'll straighten up. You know what I'm saying? He'll straighten up. And that way, you getting this collar, but actuality, you just using it for security purposes. You're only gonna be using the beep sound, and I'm gonna show you how to start off with this collar, with dogs that haven't been trained with these collars yet. I'm gonna show you that as well. With a dog that's never been, shot with a collar yet, and this is a brand new collar, I usually start with, just enough for me to feel it like a little sting in my finger. Not even no electric. I wouldn't even recognize that it's electric. Just a little tap in my finger just to let me know I got something in my hand. You know what I'm saying? And the beeping noise, one sound. And you can put the vibrating on in a few, You can put the vibrate because it also has a vibrate mode. And anybody who getting a shock collar, I would advise you to get one that got 3 modes. Sound, vibrate, and static electricity. Or electric or however y'all want to put it. But 3 different modes. And that way, you always need your sound. You got to have your sound, because if you don't use your sound, just shocking a dog you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything with that. The whole point of the training is the dog associates the sound with correction. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. So if you ain't putting the sound in, then you just screwing up the whole thing. You got to have the sound first. Then if you're going to use the vibrate or the static electric, but it got to be the sound, then the electric. Back to back. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So that way he know one is coming after the other. And that way, like I said, over a period of time, you keep using one, you quit using the other. And as your dog get, more and more trained and you get further into your lesson, then you eventually stop using the electric and the static all the way around until, or hopefully nothing won't happen, if an accident or something happen, you have to put the dog down. All right, now we're about to do a quick test. I'm about to show you real quick. I got it powered on. As you can see, the green light's flashing. Okay, I got my remote. On. Okay, the good thing about this collar, I had Marino one of these collars when he was young. The good thing about this one, I could turn the light on at nighttime, and the collar automatically have a light on it at night, so it'll help the dog see where he's going at. You know what I'm saying? And I got a light on the remote. Hold on, let me see. Got a light on the remote too. So, yeah, and like I said, this ain't no real expensive collar. This is about $30. But the whole point is, let me see how to turn this light off. Dang. All right. The whole point is, you just want to get the dog trained, man. All right. So we're gonna start off with electric. Do electric test real quick. Make sure it's on 1. All right, it's on 1. I got both my fingers connected, and I just want to see if I feel a slight zap or something. Okay. I feel the current running through my fingers. It's not much, but you see the light coming on. Nice little, kind of feel like my fingers are asleep when it go through it. Okay, now that's enough for level 1 is enough for when I take Mellow Yellow out, when I put it on her neck. That's gonna be enough. I'm gonna start it at 1 with her. Okay, let's go up to 2. Ooh, yeah, I feel a little bit more now. This got 100 levels on this particular collar. There's 100 levels. So if we at number 2 now, we can go up to 100. Just know how that just shows you how weak I am right now on the level wise and how much stronger it could get. Because when I work Marino, I have him with the same collar on level like 90 something. I ain't playing no games with him. Because Marino, he'll try to take it sometime, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with some of these more expensive collars, with the cheaper collars, you get more volts with some of your more expensive collars, more knockdown power. But yeah, let's go to okay, number 2 got a little bit. Let's go up to number 3. Yeah, we got a little bit more. As y'all can see, the lights on, and my fingers are connected. Going up number 4. Yeah, we got a little bit more power there. Okay, 5. Yeah, we got more. I'm just gonna jump up to number 10. Oh yeah, I can feel that throbbing in my finger now. And that's the thing about feeling this electric, that your dog won't be being harmed. When you won't feel bad about hitting that button to shock the dog, because you know what it feel like. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hurt me, but I guarantee I will never have to take this up to 10 with Mellow Yellow, unless she's going to try to fight a dog. Then I'll take it up just to knock her back. But I would never have to take this to 10 in training. Okay, let me show y'all. If one of my fingers is connected to the prong, if your prong is not all the way connected to the skin of the animal, no matter how much I push the button, it's not going to work. Now, when I touch my other finger, yeah, I feel it now. I'm on 10. Let's go up to 15, folks. Woo, yeah. Now, we can go all the way up to 100. You know what I'm saying? We can go all the way up to 100. But I'm just showing y'all what you want to do is just test the electric in it, man. Just test the electric. 15 again. Yeah. I know 15 make me jump a little bit, so I know if I put it on 50 and do it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? But how is I'm gonna take it, all jokes aside, how is I'm gonna take it, or just by feeling the electric and knowing Mellow Yellow, I never have to take it above 10, you know what I'm saying? And once I get her used to the sound, I stopped having to use the electric all the way around within a few weeks. And the only time I use the electric is when she be hard head, like super hard head, you know. So like I said, man, y'all check the video out. I gotta go to the tractor store, get a long cord, a long rope, you know, to show you how to train them to come. And we're gonna start from there. But y'all have a good day, PB Canines, E-Collar, I'm out.